Okay, we are going to now welcome a company from Spain to this stage here, the Next Big Thing stage. Our Vision has developed applications based on immersive technologies for specific sectors with the aim of being a support in the digital transformation of the market. Now, I'm thrilled to introduce to the stage the product design lead from Our Vision. Please give a big round of applause for Carlos Quesada.
So, hello everyone, I'm Carlos Quesada from Our Vision, and I'm here to introduce you all Cultuar.
Every 10 years, we witness a new wave of technological disruption. Who would have thought, back in 2001, that it would be possible to use the internet to plan trips from our local desktops and take pictures with our mobile devices? In 2011, Google Maps left us all in awe. Smartphones had arrived and were here to stay, and with them, a permanent revolution. Still now, in 2021, we are overwhelmed by how at hand our experiences we thought to be from sci-fi movies, such as virtual or augmented reality. Tourism management, accessibility, community building, sustainability. Sustainable rural destinations are now intelligently possible with Cultuar.
So, with more than 120,000 potential clients only in Europe, more than 2 million in sales in the last year, our first year, with more than 100 clients, we are really happy and proud to say that we have validated a product. But what is Cultuar? Cultuar is a tool based in augmented reality interfaces that shows all the information of interested point or cultural points. And it's also a new communication channel between destination and the people who visit the place. It mixes different technologies as AR guiding, geopositioning, target detection, surface detection, and everything is combined with an administration panel, which makes really easy for our clients to create the content and also to visualize data and metrics of the usage of the application. Our business model is a SaaS model based in the license sales, and a really great application, totally free for the users. It creates a community of users, of course, but also a community of destination who are using Cultuar. We are more than 100 in Spain, but we plan to be in more than 12 countries in 2 years, with a sales forecast of more than 11 million. And everything is possible because we have a really great human team. We are going to finish this year being more than 40, and we want to double this number the next year.
Amazing, that's it, fantastic. Our Vision, great presentation.
Thank you.
Brilliant, okay. Right. Now, I'm seeing the judges tapping at their iPads connected to the South Summit mothership, sending all their marks, their thoughts. But were there any more questions from our front row of VIP judges? Yes, we have 2. If we could move to the lady with the cool hat first, and then we come to the gentleman with the awesome blue shirt. Yes.
Thanks.
If you could introduce yourself to our audience, please. Thank you.
Sure. Anna from Kaya VC. Great presentation.
Thank you.
You mentioned clients. Who's your ideal client?
We have started with public clients like towns and cities and so on, in order to validate the product. But in the future, in the near future, our clients can be enterprise companies, all the players in the touristic sectors. For example, Cultuar can be used for a guiding company in order to make the experience more wow effect, or to have, for example, 3Ds in 1:1 scale that can show the visitors what was there a century ago, and go for a walk inside the 3D. So, yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Great question. Thank you so much. And if we could pass the microphone down to our man in blue, and if you could introduce yourself to the audience. Thank you.
Sure. Hi, Michael from Balderton.
Hello.
My question is on content. So do you provide just the tech, or do you also provide the content for the CD?
The plan is provide the tech. But for example, in 3D, we are also providing content because we are our in-house 3D team. But normally, the client have their own content, and we give the experience and the 3D and the augmented reality. So we put the technology on the service of the clients.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Great questions, quick answers. We love it. Once more, big round of applause. Carlos Casadea from Artivision. Thank you. Okay, I've got a feeling this category is going to be full of fascinating pitches, and no doubt we are moving on to another one right now. We are delighted to welcome to the stage a company called InStreamly. They come from Poland, and InStreamly is the place where streamers meet brands. I am delighted to introduce the Business Development Manager for Spain. Please give it up for Joaquin Ponce de Leon Agalia.
Thanks. First of all, thanks a lot for having me here. We are InStreamly. We are connecting metaverse creators with brands. So let's start with this. The future of the metaverse relies on millions of independent creators. That will be the one who creates the metaverse. What do I mean by this? Well, MetaWorlds and metaverses creator. People that are right now creating games, space, landscapes. So we are talking about games such as Roblox or Fortnite. But in the future, there will be more open platforms with more independent space creation, governance, and monetization. Second, content and community creators, people that we see right now as internet creators. They have group, they have a Discord, they make videos, but in the future, the metaverse will have a space for every niche and community. So instead of having a call or a meeting on Discord, they will have the possibility to create the world by their own. And for those creators who have big communities around them, they will have the chance to decide with MetaWorlds is more popular or not, by inviting their community to join them there. And third, no world can exist without the thing that built it. What do I mean by this? Assets creators. Right now, we are talking about fashions, fashion, avatar, terrain, but in the future, this will be more nichified and interoperable. So having said that, creators will be the backbone of the metaverse, and they will need to monetize their work. And on the other hand, we have already brands that want to advertise in the metaverse. However, navigating through so many decentralized touch points is a challenge. And by the time the metaverse keeps growing, it will appear more and more creators, and the situation will be even more difficult for the brand. So InStreamly creates a perfect media mix that brings brands into the metaverse in the most native and human way through creators. Our platform will allow the brand to set the goal for who they want to reach and how. AI will match with the best solution and place it in the MetaWorlds, communities, assets, and so on, and then do automatic payment. But I'm not just coming here, saying metaverse is this and metaverse is that. We are already revolutionizing the live streaming space. We created technology that allows streamers to get in contact with big brands, just to name a few of them, Netflix, Samsung, or Telefonica. We are present in 12 different markets, planning to launch in 5 in the next following months. And our founders are a mix of gaming, esports streaming, and media professionals. So this is InStreamly. Join us in the future of helping creators to grow in the metaverse. So thank you.
Fantastic work, Joaquin. That was brilliant. Brought it in within time. So much good information there, really condensing a lot of big data into visual cues to explain to our rockstar judges why they should be voting for them. And we're now going to open it up for questions. Speaking of which, if you could introduce yourself to the room. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
my name is Jose Deusto from XR Ventures. Can you explain a little bit the solution you're providing?
Right now, I mean, in what I said in the first part, in the second one. Right now,
the product or solution platform.
Okay, right now, I mean, we created a technology that allows streamers to get in contact with brands that in another way, it's quite difficult to get to the brand for them. But what we are saying is, in the metaverse, to basically connect the brand with all those communities, creators, and place the solution just in there, matching with the AI with the best solution, and then do automatic payments, all like automatic way.
Okay, wonderful. Very good question. You see, the judges like to dig under the hood, see what's actually happening. Any more questions from the front row? Yes, we have a question from the lady in the fabulous dress there. If you could introduce yourself to the room, thank you.
This is Eva of Capital T, so thanks a lot for your presentation.
Thanks a lot.
So can you tell me a bit more around your team and to what extent you're really complementary to your co-founder?
About the team?
Yeah.
Well, basically, the main part of the team, of the entire organization, is in Poland. It's where the startup started. But our business model is, when we launch in a new market, we have a business, a country insider, Smith, for example, here in Spain, just because you know more how the market is going. So operational part, mainly it's in Poland. We are over like 50 people in the startup, and then we have one business insider in each market. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, great question, fantastic answer. Thank you so much. Ladies and gents, a big round of applause for Joaquin Ponce de Leon Aguilera. Wonderful stuff there from InStreamly, and you can see why our expert judges are here. They ask questions that get under the hood and get some more information that isn't contained in the pitching deck. And now we are going to welcome to the stage a wonderful company from Spain. They are called Enware, and they are the cloud gaming platform that allows users to play any game on any device. Our next speaker is the CEO. His mother sometimes calls him Daniel, but to us, he is known as Danny Olmedo. Give it up for Danny!
Can you hear me? Can you hear me well? Yeah? So hello, everyone. First of all, thanks to the South Summit organization. My name is Daniel. I'm the CEO of Cloudware, the company behind the project that we're going to talk about today. And this project is based on a pretty simple question, which is, why do you need all this messy stuff just to play video games? Think about updates, upgrades, installations, downloads, cables, hardware, all that. Your room actually will look like this stage. And all that just to enjoy content. Do you remember when you needed that horrible DVD box just to play films? Well, that's what happens in the gaming industry today. And that's what we want to solve with Enware. Enware is a cloud gaming platform that allows you to play any video game that you already have on any device, only for $8.99 per month. This is how the future of the gaming industry looks like, having the freedom to play anywhere, whatever you want, whenever you want. This industry is 3 billion gamers in the world, and only 300 million have access to enough demanding hardware to play all the existing content that there is in the industry. This industry is huge. And what I mean huge is not a couple of kids playing Fortnite and eating Doritos. It is a pretty huge industry, actually the biggest industry in the entertainment sector, bigger than all the other industries combined. So let's say that in this space, the question is, why are we going to be the winning horse of this race? Well, we are the only cloud gaming platform that allows you to synchronize and play more than 20,000 video games. That's 20 times more than all the competitors that we have. We are the only cloud gaming platform that has a dedicated compression algorithm that solves the two main challenges in the cloud gaming space, which is latency and having a smooth gameplay, even if you have a bad connection. You can also search that on Google. Not Facebook, not Google, not these traded companies. Enware is the only one having this technology. Our concept is so mind-blowing that in the last 6 months, we have been able to reach more than 300,000 users in our waiting list. We have an average of 1,500 daily signups in our waiting list. And we have started to provide access to all these users to try our service, our closed beta service. And we have recently reached 10,000 active users in the platform. This is the team that has achieved all these amazing things, the outsiders of Enware. And on top of all these achievements, we have been able to bring very interesting investors in the gaming space, the biggest publishers, the gaming publishers in the world, the biggest mobile manufacturers, the biggest hardware manufacturers. And this is only 12 people, so you cannot even imagine what we're going to be able to achieve if we get proper funding. So this is our content information. If you want to know how we're going to change the industry and how we're going to be the next big thing, just let me know. Thanks.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Danny. Absolutely brilliant. So, yeah, bonus points there for actually tying in the name of the stage in his closing remarks. The next big thing, will it be Enware? What do our judges think? They're busy tapping. Yes, we have a question from my friend with the cool hat. If you could introduce yourself once again. Thank you.
Anna from Kaya. Yeah, I have a question about defensibility. So, what stops others from creating, cloud console?
Well, the thing with cloud gaming is like deep tech in general. Like Google can develop a lot of technologies and develop AI, but they prefer to purchase other companies and purchase other technologies. So cloud gaming is not rocket science, but it's pretty complicated. So let's say that the barrier to entry that we've had in the last 3 years has been developing a cool product, but not only a cool product, but also a cool product that has unit economics that is able to bring profitability to the service.
Thanks.
Excellent question. Yes, my man in the blue shirt there, if we could pass the microphone down, thank you so much. And if you could introduce yourself again.
So, Michael from Balderton. My question is more on the technical side. Is your codec your codec just for image rendering? Or is the game played on the cloud and then just streamed on the mobile or whatever platform? Or is it played on the mobile and your codec just helps the mobile run anything graphically?
Yeah, so that's right. Let's say that the definition of cloud gaming is executing a video game 2,000 kilometers away from you in a remote server and sending a hyper real-time streaming. So the problem, let's say, in the standard technologies today is that it has been developed for technologies like movies, not something that is that you can interact with. So our technology is improving the situation when you have to interact with content. So yeah, it's basically a compression-based algorithm that is designed for that specific case scenario.
Okay, fantastic questions from our judges as always. Ladies and gents, a big round of applause for Danny Olmedo from Enware. Wonderful stuff. I mean, after every presentation, I pretty much think, oh, everybody should win the prize. But of course, our judges have a very difficult choice to make. They have to choose which one of these amazing pictures is going to go through to the final, is going to win the comms and channels category. Speaking of which, we are now going to invite to the stage a gentleman with a very cool name and an even cooler t-shirt. He is the founder of Quantic Brains Technology, and they create AI-generated films and video games. Ladies and gents, please give a warm round of applause for Roy Conan Alonso Rising.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Roy, and we are Quantic Brains. And today I'm going to do a magic trick for you. And I'm going to reveal a secret that is going to change one of the biggest industries in the world. But for the magic trick, I need the cooperation of the jury. So if you can just give me one topic, whatever comes to your mind. It can be simple, or you can give me football or Himalayan blue butterflies, whatever you think about.
Blockchain.
Blockchain. OK, everybody remember blockchain. At the end of the presentation, I will do the trick. But first, let's go with the secret. The secret is in the coming years, there's going to be a revolution in the way audiovisual content is created thanks to artificial intelligence. And whoever is aware of this will have a tremendous competitive advantage over the rivals. The problem we are here to solve is quite obvious. Generating content requires a lot of money, time, and a large team with different expertise to be done. So what we propose is use artificial intelligence to lower these three factors drastically. We are doing this by building 3D character brains that allows them to move, speak, and recognize the environment freely. We already have several collaborations with companies, including 2 Goya Award winners. And we are launching our platform at the end of the summer for the generation of content with artificial intelligence. This is some of the companies we are currently working with. About the numbers, we have a year as a company, and we reached 433,000 euros. We expect to get the break-even in August 2023, and an EBITDA of 22% on revenue for 2025. The founders are Julio, Manuel, and I, that we get 20 years of experience in artificial intelligence and professor at the university, 20 years of experience of management of audiovisual content generation, and 17 years in video games and extended reality applications. And now let's go with the magic.
Yes, let's talk about blockchain. I really, really love blockchain. Blockchain is great and it will change the world in some way.
Right. What do you think about blockchain?
I would like to talk about blockchain.
Right. What do you think about blockchain?
But blockchain is not just a technology, it is more a paradigm shift in the way we structure transactions.
Yes. What do you think about blockchain?
This is automatically generated in the time we are speaking.
Fantastic. My goodness. You know, the demo gods can be cruel sometimes. That was brave. That's good confidence in your own technology. Just to throw a random word at it and have the AI generate that video. Okay, what did our judges think? Yes, we have a question from the gentleman in the very stylish light blue shirt at the end. Thank you. If you could introduce yourself.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Pedro from Bright Pixel. What is AI doing here? Is it generating the script, or is it...
Yeah, here we generate the script, the voices, and mix all together into the animation. Also the expression of the faces of the characters. And in this part, it's just 2D, but we are working also with 3D, with physics of the body, and a neural network that controls each part of the body, how much strength you need to make to keep yourself wake up and things like that.
Just a quick follow-up, but the whole animation, this is done externally?
Yeah, the visual part is not all focus. We focus on the technology of the neural networks that makes the conversation, movement, etc. This is like a 2D demo to explain one part of the technology.
Thank you.
Wonderful. More information there. And we have a question from the gentleman in the nice summery light green shirt there. Thank you.
Well, thanks so much. First of all, Carlos from Guaira. And thank you for the magic. I really love it. And I would like to get to know more about the business model.
Yeah, we have several ways to monetize. We think we go first for the B2B, and we have several collaborations, like I say, with 2 Goya Award winners. We are making content to sell to television and different places, and we are making a platform also that after the summer going to be available for anyone to use it. We are also developing assets to use for game developers to make like intelligent behaviors of enemies and NPCs. But we think we can do like almost everything, because we use physics, so we can use this in robotics too. It can be applied to almost everything. I think it's the next big thing.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic questionnaire, also rocking the pastel shades. I absolutely love it. Ladies and gentlemen, once more, Roy Conan, Alonso Rising from Quantic Brains Technology. Wonderful stuff. Oh my goodness, we had real-time magic shows there. That's great. Did he work his magic for the jury? They are tapping into their iPads. The marks are going up to the cloud, and we will find out the results of their judging tomorrow. They do not have an easy decision. I don't envy any of them, but this is why you're here, because you do this very well. Okay, we are going to move straight on to our next exciting picture. They are also from Spain, and they say, "We are Streamium." Streamion, an ad tech platform for live streaming channels. We connect brands with streamers. Welcome to Generation Stream. Well, welcome to the next big thing stage at South Summit 2022. The COO and CTO of Streamion. Please give a huge welcome to Cholong Ling Herrera.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thanks, everyone. When was the last time you were enjoying your favorite content and got cut by annoying ads? Study shows that we receive more than 6,000 impacts, but only remember 5 to 8. Newest consumers have evolved from video platforms to the Generation Stream, with more than 75% using live streaming platforms. Brands are not reaching their perfect audience, it is a fact. While incredible content creators with millions of followers sharing interests do not make a living out of it. On top of that, hundreds of billions are being lost yearly because of fraud within advertising. We are Streamion, an artificial intelligence solution for live streaming platforms. How does it work? Simple. We understand the audience interests through data analytics. We find the match with brands and send the ads within the video signed in the streamer's channel. And finally, our artificial intelligence validates every transaction, wiping fraud out of the game completely. Voila. The audience enjoys their favorite content. The brands find their perfect match, and the streamers monetize their true passion. Our tech makes us unique with an automatic segmentation system that was done manually by agencies with very high cost. An anti-fraud system ensuring that every transaction is 100% legit. Multi-platform capabilities allowing brands to reach an even bigger audience. And yes, we're also getting ready for Web3 and Metaverse. These key factors are our research and development capabilities, powerful data, and go-to-market strategies make us stand from our competitors. And how do we make money, you might be asking? We work with media agencies, having the 6 top ones. We create ads campaigns with packages of views. The ads are delivered, viewed, and validated, and only then the transaction is completed. Just multiply this by millions of views, and you got the numbers. We are already working with the top brands and became the Spanish market leaders. And let me tell you one thing. This market is huge, with an incredible growth opportunity. We've been able to achieve nearly 1 million in revenue with just 18 months of operations. And right now, we're in a fund round of 1 million, and we will ensure a 10x ROI in less than 5 years. We will be focusing on the UK and US markets until we become the leaders, and our tech roadmap will push our competitive advantage even further. And finally, our incredible team. Highly talented, huge potential and backgrounds, sharing culture and strong values. We found a winning strategy with them. Just don't miss out this incredible investing opportunity, and join us in our mission to create a whole new universe in digital advertising. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Excellent pitch from Cholong Ling Herrera. But what did our judges think of Streamion? We have a question straight away from our friend in the very stylish light blue shirt there. I have one of those myself. If you could introduce yourself to the room again, thank you.
Thank you very much. Jose from XR Ventures. I want to understand a little more. What do you look for at the videos or at the streamers, wherever? I mean, what characteristics do you use in the model to match with the brand? What information are you analyzing in the IA model?
Okay, it's a great question, Jose. And what we do is we analyze the audience from the streamers through categorized specific segmentations. And thanks to that, we are able to know the interests of the brands, where they want to reach, and it's when we make this match. Based on the platform we work, we have more or less data. When we have a limitation of data, we're working also with NLP, starting to analyze what the interactions of the audiences with the streamers and so the brands. And we are also analyzing like third type of data, like social media impacts, because there's a problem with this type of delivery, is the reach. You never know the reach, but what we're doing is extrapolating data in order to adjust those deliveries. And then there's another part of the AI is validating the whole process, and it's an anti-fraud.
Thank you.
Fantastic question. Thank you so much. Do we have another question? There's a hand up over. Who's going for first? Hey, fantastic. If you could introduce yourself again. Thank you so much.
Yeah, this is Eva of Capital T. Thanks a lot for your presentation. So my question is, what key challenges do you face in your go-to-market? So if customers don't join you, why is that?
The key challenges we used to face is that we're changing a paradigm, because mostly advertising was a one-to-one relationship, like the cookies and everything. In our product, we go one-to-many, and sometimes the brands or the publishers are not ready yet. But thanks to the way we treat the data and the way we demonstrate the data, they're starting to, let's say, embrace our product. That's the way we try to solve it.
Fantastic question. Thank you so much. The judges look happy with the answers. A big round of applause. One more time for Cho Lung Ling Herrera from StreamYard. Yes. Fantastic. Okay, muy bien. Our judges are hard at work here, putting their thoughts into the iPad. The thoughts go up to the South Summit mothership, and the winners will be revealed right here tomorrow at 4:30. The winner of this amazing comms and channel category goes into the final. How exciting. Okay, we are keeping the excitement going and meeting a company called Syntonym. They are based in the UK, and they have developed a hyper-realistic synthetic face generation technology to unlock a new dimension of privacy-protected digital engagement. This is very intriguing. Please give a huge round of applause to the founder of Syntonym. Welcome, Batuchan Özkan!
Hi, everybody. In today's world, privacy is a product problem because there is no way to interact online without revealing your face. But it's also a compliance problem since so many high-tech industries are heavily relying on visual data containing our faces. Last but not least, whatever solution you come up with for solving this problem, it has to also running in the real time, which is a very, very challenging task. Unlike blurring, we synthetically generate non-existing faces and replace the original ones while preserving the emotions in the face for a better communication. This is the real face you see. And this is the synthetic one we generated. And this is the second synthetic one we generated. You see how we keep the emotions correct. So at Syntonym, we generate hyper-realistic faces in real time with a minimum computation. What I mean with that is that it's possible to run this technology directly in your mobile phone without any hassles. A PCT patent filed for this innovation. From communication and channels perspective, our target market consists of online video therapy platforms, video meeting platforms, similar to changing your background in the Zoom. Now it's possible to change your foreground with Syntonym. Dating apps, media services, including video journalism. So with this technology, anywhere in the world, raise your voice without any fears and hassles. So we are selling licensing to B2B companies, but also subscription-based packages directly to the consumers. After a heavy R&D research, we finally conducted the phase 1, and now we signed our first contract with an online video therapy platform called Highwell. Together with this technology, we will be launching the world's first anonymous video therapy platform. So from now on, if you want to talk to a psychologist, or if you want to join a group call, and you don't want to show your face while talking about your problems, issues, traumas, you don't have to show your face. A conservative estimation of 1.2 billion market is the market we project in the head. Probably you see TikTok, Snapchat, recent very high technology filters such as ours, but none of these companies are fighting for the privacy in the digital domain, which is today's problem. So we won the nation's biggest challenge in Turkey, received various awards, and raised our first seed investment, incorporated in the UK. Now, we will be launching for the second round of investment to expand in the EU and the UK. Of course, this wouldn't be possible without this amazing team, and I assure you that we are highly determined to fight for the privacy in the digital domain. Thank you. Thank you for listening.
Wonderful stuff there from Batuchan. Absolutely wonderful. Amazing technologies, synonym. What did our judges think? We have a hand up over here from the young man in the stylish light blue shirt. If you could introduce yourself to the room again.
Hi, Pedro from BrightPixel. What is the overhead of running something in the device?
Right, because this is called generative adversarial networks. They're quite heavy and intense. Not only to run on a device, but also to develop this technology, you need to have high access to GPUs and CPUs, which are high-ends, right? So it requires a lot of computation. Synthetically generating a face, starting from detecting the face, understanding emotions, generating non-existing one, putting back there. So it's a very, very high pipeline. So our technology could achieve to compress it to run efficiently.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Great question. Do we have any more questions from our rockstar panel of judges? I'm going to slow. Yes, if you could introduce yourself. Thank you so much.
This is Eva again of Capital T. So you talk about actually quite a lot of potential customers, but if you think around your current pipeline, what is your favorite customer?
So we signed our first contract recently with this video therapy platform online. So we are planning to expand from there on, and then targeting each one like one by one.
Okay, fantastic. To the point, getting under the hood. Ladies and gents, a huge round of applause, please, for Batijan Özkan from Syntonym. Amazing stuff. Again, I've been so impressed by every single presentation in this category. There can only be one winner. I am so glad I don't have to make the decisions our VIP judges are making right now, because it's not an easy one. Okay, speaking of which, we are going to move on to our next super impressive startup here. Remember, these folks have been through many rounds to get to this. You're seeing the creme de la creme. And now we're going to welcome to the stage a company called Virtual Zone. They're from Spain, and they develop and offer premium virtual reality experiences in their VR centers. We are thrilled to be joined by the co-founder. Please give a huge round of applause to Enrique Costa.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. My name is Enrique Costa, and I want to speak to you about Virtual Zone. What is Virtual Zone? Virtual Zone is this. We are virtual reality developers, and we currently have the best VR entertainment experiences in the whole industry. And we offer all our experiences in our own centers. Virtual Zone gathers many different entertainment activities in one only place, using the latest technology in a cool and fresh area in the center of your town. What makes us unique? The answer to that question is the quality. So the addition of all these different features that we make differently from the competence makes our experiences to be the most fascinating experiences in the industry. Wow, right? So we know if we want to keep the gap with the competence, we have to grow very quickly, we have to release new titles every year, and we have to promote these sport leagues and communities. Virtual reality is probably the most important emerging market nowadays. We have a very big demand, a very low supply, and the potential growth of this business and our product is unlimited. We are 6 founders working together for the last 20 years. We have been awarded as the best European online marketing company in the gambling industry in 2017. We have recently announced our first exit, apuestasdeportivas.com, and we are happy to announce very soon our second exit this very year. So now, all our efforts, all our resources and energy are going to be put in this project, Virtual Zone. 35 people working today in Virtual Zone, 60 by the end of the year. This is our figures in Madrid. We opened doors in Madrid only January this year, and we managed to have a monthly break-even only 3 months after, which is something spectacular. So these are the 2 open centers we have currently in both Madrid and Alicante. We're going to have 6 by the end of the year. And after, we're going to expand, and we're going to be not only in Europe, but also across the United States. So finally, what do we have here? We have a best product, we have a big opportunity, we have a proven profitability, and something very easy to scale. So this is not virtual, this is real, this is happening. We have a product that works, we have an expansion that has already started, and why are we here? We are here because we need you to help us to expand our network sooner and faster. Thank you very much. My name is Enrique Costa. This is Virtual Zone. This is our project, but this could be your project too. Thank you.
Wonderful stuff. Enrique Costa, this is not virtual, this is real, this is happening. Strong words. What did our judges think? We have the microphone to my friend in the front row. If you could introduce yourself again, thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. Jose from XR Ventures. First, do you create the video games, or do you use third-party video games, and how many video games do you have in the Virtual Zone?
So, thank you for your question. We develop our own software. Okay, we have currently 2 experiences, and 2 more are coming this year. So that's the strong point of it. Okay, we have been testing our experiences. They were much shorter. Our experiences are double the size, double the length. So we have been. We saw what the industry needed, and we are putting in our experiences many animations. We customize any experience to any group of people. If there's a birthday party, if there's any team building, we can put all the logos of the company in the place. We localize all our experiences in the cities where we are present. For example, in Madrid, you can play in La Castellana. You can play in Ayuntamiento de Madrid. In Alicante, you play in Castillo Santa Bárbara. So that's something that people appreciate, and that makes a big difference between us and the competence.
Wonderful. Great question. And one more from my friend in the blue shirt there.
Hi, Balderton. My question is more, what's your playbook to launch a city? You seem to have had great traction when you launched Madrid. What's your playbook there? How do you launch and grow that fast? It's a very operational heavy business, so I'm curious.
So you have to know that we are online marketing. We have been working on the online marketing for a very long time, almost 20 years already. And then after that starts, this mouth to ear runs very, very fastly. Okay, we've made a very good work also working with the team building events. Okay, we knocked at the doors of many companies. We are based in Azca, just in the middle of this center business, you know, and it was very, very, very quickly. You're right.
Excellent questions. Thank you so much, ladies and gents. One more time, a big round of applause for Enrique Costa from Virtual Zone. Did I mention, you'll see these stages here, all the old keyboards and all the old panels here. Everything in terms of the stage furniture is recycled. South Summit is very much about sustainability, circular economy. Every stage you go to at the event is made of recycled stuff from previous events. It's absolutely brilliant. Our judges are deep in conversation, sending their thoughts for Virtual Zone up to the mothership in the sky. Who's going to win? You will all find out tomorrow at 4:30. We are going to move on to our grand finale, our final pitcher for the day. He joins us all the way from Denmark, and his company, Video is the fastest growing European camera sharing community for ambitious filmmakers and photographers. Video is the Airbnb of professional film gear. Please welcome to the stage the co-founder and CEO of Video, Daniel Sands.
Thank you. Every day, more than 50 million creators tell their stories. But for the creators behind the visual stories, the professional filmmakers and photographers, 94% never succeed. And why is that? Film gear is too expensive. It can easily cost over 20,000 euros to buy. And just 1 year later, they will have to upgrade for a newer model. On the other hand, staying on top of your creative game is a constant challenge with new standards evolving every day. And you as a creator, you're built to be creative, not to spend your time chasing clients. These challenges leave us with so many great stories out there which never reach their full potential. My name is Daniel. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Video, and this is why we are here. We help ambitious content creators succeed with their craft. We do that by running a camera-sharing community where filmmakers and photographers safely can rent out, and subscribe to gear between each other. So think the Airbnb of professional film equipment. But video is more than just gear. Gear is just a tool that enables what really matters, the stories. And last year, we launched Video Academy, where we invite the best members to educate other creators via masterclasses, templates, and creator lists. And it's working. Today, we help more than 12,000 members and more than 80,000 monthly guests become better creators together. Our business model is simple and scalable. We take a total commission of 30% of each transaction, and this is just the beginning of tapping into this extensive and growing market. A global market of more than 71 billion. Furthermore, there are more than 50 million creators in the world. The sharing economy is booming, and access, instead of ownership, is the future. In other words, the timing for video couldn't be better. During the next 12 months, we'll prove our business in the UK market, and then we'll expand the community to cover the rest of Europe. And for that, we're currently closing a round of 1.3 million, where we still have an open ticket of 500K. So if you want to be a part of the world's largest online community for ambitious content creators, please reach out to me after this session. I'm Daniel. We are Video, and together we can keep great stories alive. Thank you.
Fantastic. Ending on a high. It doesn't surprise me that you're a great storyteller, Daniel. That was very smooth. I loved it. And film gear is super expensive. But what did our jury think? Do you have any more questions? Yes, my friend in the very stylish hat at the front. If you could introduce yourself again. Thank you.
Hi, Anna from Kaya. Do you have recurring clients? And what is the percentage of your clients that are coming back?
Yeah, we do have recurring clients. On the rental side, we have around 400 monthly rentals every month from our Danish market, where we expand now into the UK, delivering our unit economics on an ROAS 3. So retention rate is around 4.5 over a 15-month period in terms of rentals. And each rental size is around 130 euros.
Thanks.
Excellent question, getting under the hood of the business model. And actually the last question of the day goes to our friend in the very stylish dark blue shirt. If you could introduce yourself again. Thank you.
Hi, Michael from Balderton. So from what I understand, the community part of your business is kind of a way to grow the core commercial part of the business. But the commercial part of the business strikes me as a small market, and I realize it's a very VC point of view. And sorry about that, but it seems that it's a very small market, as most of the creators out there are generating kind of viral content. They use their phone and not top-notch material. So I'm just curious to have your view on that.
Great question. I think the first of the part in terms of market size in gear, the gear market itself is a VC case in itself, no doubt. Film gear, yeah, we all know smartphones, and they are the best thing that actually could get people started. The problem happens when you actually accelerate, going from being a hobbyist to actually do it for a living. Then you'll meet a block road, and I did it myself. Suddenly going from a smartphone to actually a setup, it's not something you can purchase. You need to rent it. And second of all, yeah, I totally agree. Gear is just the entrance point for video. Video is built to help creators all over the world actually succeed, not just with finding gear, but create really awesome projects.